What's up again, people? Scott X1307 here, back with another video. I did something bad this weekend. I had Sunday off like usual. I paid Friday, took care of the bills and everything, and didn't have a hell of a lot of extra money, but I had a little bit. And yeah, I know in the last video I said there wouldn't be any more big hauls from the flea market. It's not a lot of money, it's just a lot of books. I woke up Sunday morning a little bit early, at least for me on a day off. Wasn't really planning on doing anything, but just I kept thinking about going to the flea market, so I decided to go ahead and head out. Stopped by the bank. I pulled out $15, and I absolutely refuse to use ATMs that aren't at my, from my bank. I refuse to pay $3-4 fees on top of the $1.50, $2 charge my bank gives me. So that's pretty standard for most places, even with the credit union which I'm with. I pull out money and I go to the flea market. That's it. That's that cash I have. That's all I'm spending. So, $15, and I actually came away with a little bit of change. I don't see how. The guy said that Saturday he got 13 new boxes of books in. Most of them quarter books. He said there were a few, $1 to $5 books in there, and most of those got picked through on Saturday. But Sunday, he did have a bunch of new quarter books, so I rated the quarter books, and for less than $15, I got all this. I know there are at least 4 or 5 of the quarter books that he just kind of threw in there for free. I grabbed a stack and I set them down. He went ahead and totaled it up, and I grabbed like 4 or 5 more books and set those down, and he said he threw those in there and totaled it up, and he cuts off the change, so if you come up to like $17.50, it's just $17 or something like that. And so all this was less than 15, and that includes the last couple here, which were like 4 $2 books and a $1 book. Yeah, it's like $9 minus 20%, so that comes out to like $7.20, something like that. And then everything else, you buy a bunch, it's 5 for $1, so they're 20 cents, 20-cent books actually. I think I said that before, but anyway, big pile here. He had some really, really good stuff. I'll try to go through this pretty quick. I was really surprised at some of the stuff I found in the quarter box. First, I found this Planet of the Apes #1. This is from Adventure Comics. I think it's like 1989. This is actually Dale Kiln cover. And this is actually a pretty cool series, so I was happy to find that in there. And this issue here, there's been a couple of YouTubers that have been talking about this series, and never picked it up. I saw this issue in there, and for 20 cents, yeah, figured I'd go ahead and grab it. It's in really good shape to be wasn't bagged or boarded. It's still in a near mint condition. It's Planetary #1. And found this book. A little shout out to Howler Mouse. I believe it's one of his favorite series. It's Michael Moorcock's Elric, Sailor on the Seas of Fate, issue 1 from First Comics. And it's really cool artwork. It's written by Roy Thomas, Michael T. Gilbert art. So, excited to go ahead and read that. And I found this and I thought this was neat. It's a little different. It's an Archie comic publication anyway. Excuse me. It's not Archie characters. This is a series, Archie Adventure series. This is based on a line of toys from the 80s. I wonder how many people will remember these toys. This is issue number 1. It's Man-Tech Robot Warriors. And see here, there. It's that 80s thing, guys in suits, and they're fighting robots. And yep, there's an ad for the toys. Interchangeable parts. I wonder how many people remember those. I faintly remember them. It's not something that was really big. Found some cool Dark Horse comics from the late 80s and 90s. This is Propeller Man number 1. And I remember seeing ads for this back in the day. I always thought it was a really neat looking cover, really weird looking character, so it's cool to find this in there. Also found John Byrne's Next Men number 1 from Dark Horse for 20 cents in really good condition. And it's weird to... It's an ad for Batman Predator on the back. And then picked up, I believe this is a double, I'll have to check, but when I find these Teen Titans for 20 cents in pretty good shape, I picked them up. It's Tales of Teen Titans 42, part of the Judas contract, and it's in great shape to be a 20-cent book. Found for 20 cents another issue, a copy of Legends number 1. And luckily found issue number 2 as well. So now I have issue 1, 2, 4, and 6, I believe. Just a couple more of these to go. Thought this was pretty neat. I remember this was kind of a hot book back in the day for a little while. And I figured for 20 cents, usually this is, you know, a couple of dollar book now, but Green Lantern Emerald Dawn number 1. And it's in great shape. Another one that was not bagged or boarded. It's a little bit of rubbing on the back cover. Not too bad. And then I found these next 3 issues. I believe I have issue number 1 already. I picked it up a couple of months ago from the same guy at Flea Market. But it's issue 2, 3, and 4 of the Phantom Stranger miniseries from the late 80s. These have some great Mike Mignola covers. And now I can read this whole miniseries, which will be cool. And very neat character. There's issue 2, issue 3, and issue 4. Like I said, some awesome Mike Mignola covers. And again, unbagged, unboarded. Especially these black covers. It's in really good shape to find stored that way. You know, not near mint, but I'd say they're most of them in very fine minus. And this, I saw this. I remember when this came out in the early '90s. This is the DC Vertigo preview, and this was in the box of 20 cents. It's got previews of, I believe, Sandman and Death, and the Sandman Mystery Theater, and a couple of the Vertigo titles at the time. Now, this is back when Vertigo was just getting started, I believe. I thought it was pretty cool. And this, I remember this character, and one day I would actually like to pick up at least the first few issues of this series. It was a really kind of strange character from the 90s. I'm sure a lot of you will remember this Sleepwalker. This is Holiday Special #1. Joke was auto cover. I thought this was pretty cool. And then there's a series I've been wanting to pick up the full mini-series, and like the first issue is kind of hard to find, at least at the flea market and stuff. And I don't really want to pay 15-20 bucks for it like it goes for on eBay most of the time. I think that's really the price. But there's a couple of issues of this. I'm going to look for more there. From the Eternals, 1985. This is issue #2. Which is in really good shape. And issue #7. And it's got a tiny crease on the back here, this corner. Other than that, it looks to be in pretty good shape. Corners are a little soft, things like that, but for 20 cents. And I have a couple of issues of the regular Dreadstar series from Epic. I saw this as Dreadstar and Company. This is issue #1. This is also from Marvel Epic. And then for 20 cents, I believe Mercenant, his last video is saying that Dreadstar had been auctioned for a movie, so could be some potential there in the future. I do know he's right. I checked the regular Dreadstar #1 from Epic is suddenly went from being $1. I picked up a copy of it for $0.25 or 20 cents at the flea market months ago. I know there were a couple of other copies of the issue #1 there. I was looking, couldn't find them. Somebody's probably grabbed them already. But I know it has jumped up from being like a $1 book to $10, $20 book. So figured I'd pick that up. And here I'm trying to finish this mini-series. I believe now I have 9 through 12 to go. This is Squadron Supreme #8. So that should give me the first 8 issues of that. And I'll probably go ahead and read the first 6 or so, and then look for the rest of that. I picked this up. I like the cover. Never been too interested in picking up this series, but I'll probably go ahead and pick up the whole limited series just because it is a classic, and I should probably read it. I haven't yet. But Secret Wars #10 is another one. It's hard to find, I think, just because of the cover. That's just an awesome Doctor Doom cover. And I know Alan Mouse has said he thinks Secret Wars is like the last great Doctor Doom story. And with a cover like that, it's not hard to see that could be true. So I'll probably go ahead and pick up the rest of these and read that whole series there. I was looking for some Marvel Age issues. I was looking for a Marvel Age 97 for Ravage X9, and couldn't find it. There were a few early issues and a bunch like from 40 all the way up to 70 something, and then some random 80s and 90 numbered issues, but no 97, unfortunately. I'll keep looking though. He actually gets those books in from time to time. But I did find this Marvel Age 13, which is a Dreadstar preview. Figured I'd pick that up. And this completing like the first few issues of this series, Cloak and Dagger #3. So now I have their full first mini-series and like the first few issues of the regular series now. I always thought they were pretty cool characters. I have a copy of this that I bought when it came out, but for 20 cents I figured I'd pick up another copy. It's in my copy's been read a couple of times, so this is in a little bit better condition. This looks like it was never read. That's Venom #1. That cool red foil cover there, and it's still in near mint shape. The spine is damn near perfect. Like I said, it doesn't like it's been opened. Then found some X books, starting with some X Factor. Like I said, I'm going to probably complete that series up into about issue 71 or so, where the original X-Men went back to the actual X-Men and the new X Factor team took over with Havoc and Polaris and such. But I got issue number 9. And it's issue 52 with this great Archangel Sabretooth cover. It's a pretty good fight between them in this issue. And these are in pretty good shape. Most of these books, I'm surprised, are in fine to near mint shape. Even the ones that aren't bagged and boarded. Then found some X-Men issues that a couple of them, I'm not gonna lie, I have, but I found newsstand copies which I didn't have, so I picked up doubles of 182 in the newsstand. I have the direct edition already. And it's in pretty good shape. The worst part of this is the interior pages are off-white to cream. But other than that, it's in really good shape. Same thing with the issue 184, first appearance of Forge. Picked up a couple of newsstand issues, and again, there's a good page. Lighting in here is bad. These pages they're off-white. They're definitely not, start white like they were when they were new, but they're not brown or anything like that. And that's the worst part about the books. The covers are still in good shape, as you can see. No creases. The spines are actually in pretty good shape. I found a couple of issues. X-Men 284, bagged and boarded. Picked up 2 of those. Picking up some of these for future trade possibilities. Issue 285, the Wasp Portatio cover. Issue 286, Jim Lee cover, Archangel, Iceman, Jean Grey. And I believe this is another Portatio cover, number 287. And this is the storyline that introduced Bishop. Started in 281, 282. 282 was his first appearance. And then was actually these 2 books I was surprised to find in the quarter boxes, and to get them for 20 cents after his discount is really cool. Captain America 357 and 360 from the Bloodstone Hunt. I believe it is 360, which is the first appearance of Crossbones, which is picked up a little heat since the new Captain America movie, which apparently he is in. I haven't seen it yet. I'm looking forward to seeing that though. So that was cool. So I need to get 358 and 359 to complete that little storyline, which actually seems like it'll be pretty cool. One of the boxes that he got in, there was like a nice run, not from issue 1, but from issue 4 or 5 all the way into Lord, I forget how long the series ran, but 50s, 60s, I think. So it's a good run of Alpha Flight. It's never the biggest Alpha Flight fan. I have picked up a few issues here and there. I have issue 1 and 2. But I picked these up because of Wolverine. You'll see. I got issue 13. I actually picked up 2. There's a newsstand and a direct edition, and that's this cool Wolverine cover with him in his trademark civilian clothes, that leather fur-lined jacket, jeans and all. And I believe this is like telling a story of when he was in Alpha Flight, or when he was being rehabilitated by oh Lord, I forget their name, but her husband is Guardian. Everybody knows. I'm having a brain fart right now. But I picked that up because it's a cool cover. It's Wolverine's story. And I also picked up issue 17, which is retelling the first meeting of X-Men and Alpha Flight. And I picked up newsstand and direct edition of that as well. And the newsstand has a little bit of damage to it, a little more than the direct. The direct edition is not near mint, but it's low, very fine minus, fine plus probably. This is probably in fine condition, but still, 20 cents a piece. There was also a box that had a good long run of Avengers titles, Avengers issues, excuse me. Most of them are in pretty good shape. They were all in anywhere from VG to very fine near mint. These are all about VG to fine plus. I just picked up a few of these here. These are they had neat titles, or they had storylines that seemed like they might be interesting. Picked up starting with issue 211, which I thought had a cool cover, and this is kind of a change up of the team. And 212, which continues that. And then 213, which is the court martial of Yellow Jacket, and I've wanted to kind of read that story for a while, and I thought this was a really cool cover. And then I saw issue 221, which I thought was really cool. I like this cover here with the headshots of the different characters, and trying to guess who's gonna be the new members of the team. And then issue 228, which is another cover, I thought it just kind of struck me, and it's the Trial of Yellow Jacket 228. And I'll probably go back. I'll probably look for some more Avengers titles. I know there are some people that are trying to complete some Avengers runs, and let me know what issues you need. I think Full Killer 5150. I think that's the title you're trying to complete next. Yeah, man, if you want to hit me up, I'll keep an eye out for some issues at the flea market. Like I said, they're not in the greatest shape. Most of them are in VG to about very fine. So, but they're 25-cent books. So. Then I found some cool issues. At least I think they're pretty cool. A really neat character from the 90s. It's Paul Chadwick's Concrete, and this is from the little regular series from Dark Horse Comics. I got issue 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. A couple of them were bagged, a couple of them weren't. Here's issue 4. Nice. Something that's messed up his leg bad. Ooh, it's raining outside like crazy. We got a storm coming down. That's why the lighting's bad in here. I'm not getting any good outside light. It's all lamps and stuff in here. Here's issue number 5. And since this one's unbagged, show you the back. They all had pretty cool back covers. Like this. An armchair stuffed with dynamite. Yeah, it's always a pretty interesting character. Never read a whole lot of, and I'm trying to complete a couple of these miniseries so I can read them. I think this is number 7. It's got a great back cover too. Issue number 8. Another good back cover. And issue number 9. And then another series I've been trying to complete. Actually started finding them at the flea market. Found a good number of the issues. Read them. I thought they were all pretty good. They reminded me of the series, the TV series that it was based on, and that's the Comico Johnny Quest series. And luckily found several more issues from that today, or actually yesterday, excuse me. So I found issue number 2. He says this is actually a really good series. Each issue is like an episode of the old cartoon. And see, this cover here is actually by Wendy Penny of ElfQuest fame. And I found issue 11, which may be a double, but I'm gonna pick them all up when I find them. And this has got a cool Sinkovich cover. Had some really good artists and writers working on this. This is issue 16. Issue 17, which is I think may also be a double, but it's Johnny Quest fighting giant robots. Can't go wrong there. And then some of the later issues, I think it ended in issue 33, and but I found issue 28. It's kind of a Old West theme. And issue 29, which is one of the rare 2-part stories that they did. Most of them were just one-off stories, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately couldn't find any more, but we'll continue to look for those. And then the last few of the 20-cent books. I was surprised to find this, and I even had to open it up and make sure. As far as I can tell, they are first printings. I know this book was really hot for a minute. I'm sure that has died down, but they based a movie on it, so you know it had that minute where it just kind of blew up, and that was the Image Top Cow series, Wanted. I like the movie. I've been told it's nothing like the comics, so I'll find out. I found issue number 1 and issue number 2, both in the 25-cent box, so I got them for 20 cents a piece after getting so many. And these last 3 issues, I picked these up because it's I'm kind of wanting to find out what happened to this character, because it looks like he's changed a lot, and it ties into the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the Drax the Destroyer miniseries. I forget when this was put out, mid-2000s. It's been a few years ago, I know, but it's issue number 1. Issue number 2. And number 3. And I thought there was issue number 4, but there must not have been, because I didn't pick it up, unless I just mistakenly left it in the box for some reason, which would be kind of dumb. But yeah, I think this miniseries kind of explains how he changed from the wearing the purple outfit and having the tattoos, the red tattoos or whatever it is on his body. Haven't read that yet or anything. Now these last books, there was a $1 book and then some $2 books, and I was really surprised at these. This one here is not a real big surprise. Supervillain Team Up number 12. It's the matchup between Dr. Doom and the Red Skull. I just thought it was a cool cover, and I think it'd be neat to read that fight there, because I don't think they team up. I think they actually fight each other in this. Then these 2 books, especially the first one, was really surprised to find these marked for a couple of dollars. So in all these books, he totals up the anything's not 25 cents, he totals up, takes 20% off. So whatever 20% from a couple of dollars is. It was Batman Incorporated number 8. It is the first printing. And that is the death of Damian Wayne. Bagged and boarded, great near mint shape. Nothing wrong with it. And I went ahead and picked up issue number 9, which is the follow-up issue, of course. Nice. I was surprised to find those marked for a couple of bucks, because I know they're like, at least number 8. 8 is like $10 book or so on eBay. And these last 2 books, these are not in the greatest shape, but they still have pretty decent covers, I think. And I mean, they were 12-cent books for a couple of bucks. Couldn't pass them up. Some Tales of Suspense goodness. Issue 89, which is the Return of the Melter, I believe. It's just some great old Iron Man, Captain America stories. And also issue 93, featuring the Titanium Man and Half Face. Dun dun dun. Sorry. But yeah, man, the old Tales of Suspense, 12-cent books. Even, I mean, you can see the creasing along the spines. You see the corner there is kind of beat up. You know, it's, the color is, the background here is kind of darkened. At least the colors aren't faded bad or anything, but you can see there's definitely some wear. These books were well loved by their original owner, but I think they've been, you know, taken pretty good care of. They're not falling apart. They're still readable. They're still attached at the spine. So yeah, the interior pages are kind of tan, but for a couple of bucks, you can't beat that. Great Silver Age stuff. And that was it. So I know I kind of lied in my last video. I said no more big hauls. I didn't expect him to say he had 13 new boxes of books, probably 10 or 11 of which were all quarter books. Luckily though, they were just quarter books. So quarter books, you can buy a lot, spend a little, and that's my life philosophy. No, I was happy to find a lot of those books. It's really surprised at some of those finds, especially Tales of Suspense for a couple of bucks. Those are usually $5-10 books, even in that shape. So that was really cool. Now I think this video has gone on long enough, and that you'll see. If I have another stack of books like that again, they'll all be quarter books. Trying to save money right now. I got some cons looking forward to going to, and some other things I've got to save up for. Good news is the tax situation is done. All I got to do is, and I know I'm kind of reaching a deadline here, but I just got to get with my tax lady and sign everything so she can go ahead and send it through. And hopefully that's straightened out, getting the business situation cleared up slowly but surely, and hopefully I'll be back rolling here soon, because this going weekly or every, or 2 weeks to 2 weeks on a paycheck is really it's really killing me, and it's been a couple years since I've had to do that. And don't you hate that? You dig yourself up out of the hole and all of a sudden find yourself in another one. That's life, isn't it? That's why I have to just... Isn't that why we all read comic books? It's that escape. Something... If you don't get caught up in buying the big key issues in great shape, you can follow this hobby and not spend a lot of money. At least in some places you can. Great quarter books. And still a lot of great stories out there to be gotten for cheap. So I encourage you, if you got a flea market near you, hit up flea market. There's usually a comic guy there, and you can usually find some pretty good deals. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. I want to take a second to give a couple of shout outs, or a few shout outs to some people. First, to a couple of people I've been talking to. They're still fairly new. I know some of you have started viewing their channels, but please, there are a couple of guys here, Comics in Us All 71 and Comic Book Dude. Got some great stuff on their channels, some great books, and just if you wouldn't mind, check them out. Give them a like, subscribe. You know, support some of these new guys. There's also a couple of younger guys that I have been following that actually have some pretty cool stuff up. They pick up some great books, and they appreciate, you know, the back issues as well. And that's Mana Comics 123 and Parker Industries. And also Parker Industries does some good speed drawing videos, and you know, for a younger guy, he's got some talent, so let's go and support those guys as well. And then lastly, some people I think everybody is kind of watching, and we all know, and that's Spider-Man 63, another great YouTuber. Trying to work out a trade with him right now. JN Guy 1, that's JNGUYE 1. He's got a 100 subscriber contest going up right now. I think he should have more than 100 subscribers. He's got some great videos up as well, so check him out. And then last but not least, some guys, like I said, I think everybody's aware of these people by now, but Ravage X9, Ferengi 102, and Comets Quest. Talked to you guys a couple of times, and it's been great. So if you haven't for some reason checked those people out, please do so now. And yeah, just loving this community, y'all. Appreciate everything, all the likes, comments, and all the subscribers. And yeah, I guess that'll do it. Till next time, keep reading those books, hit up your flea market, and take care. Later.